Let's get some analysis. I'm joined by the national head of the Australian Catholic University's School of Theology, Associate Professor Joel Hodge. Joel, thanks for your time. How do you reflect on this? Quite an historic moment when King Charles and the Pope will pray together.
Oh, it's a historic and beautiful moment that the two of them can come together and after, 500 years of division, that they can actually be together, pray together and share on important topics, particularly the environment. That'll be a key part. But it's also important to remember that this is a Jubilee year for the Catholic Church. So periodically, we have these years of renewal and celebration come before God, asking for help, forgiveness, but also to celebrate life. It's a biblical tradition, and that's part of the reason why Prince Charles is going to Rome to celebrate the Jubilee year with Pope Leo, and to renew those common connections. I think it's a beautiful gesture on King Charles's part that he's coming to the Pope at this historic moment of the Jubilee year.
We heard from our correspondent there how important this is to him personally to do this, but also it's much more than just the two individuals, isn't it? This is trying to send a message to the rest of the world about the need for peace.
Definitely. The need for peace, the need for friendship, the need for unity to try to overcome divisions and polarization. And, one of the great divisions of the last 500 years has clearly been the split of the Church of England and the English monarchy, which was so important to the Vatican and the Pope, always very supportive of the Pope. And that split was such a trauma to the Catholic Church and to Western Europe and to the globe at large as colonization was occurring. So for these two really leaders of these important churches, the two biggest churches in the world, for them to come together is such an important moment. It's a historic moment. And for them to pray together in public. It's not long ago, lots of people would still remember the sectarian divisions between Anglicans and Catholics, Protestants and Catholics. People wouldn't be seen together in public, let alone pray together. So there's so much progress that's been made on the front of unity between churches. And this is a great sign that both King Charles and Pope Leo are really committed to it. And King Charles is having a special honor bestowed on him from the Basilica of St. Paul, outside the walls, one of the major basilicas in Rome, which the monarch of England has had a close connection with. Another important sign of trying to draw together the monarch of England and the Church of England closer with the Church of Rome. I think that these gestures are really very important historically for us to see.
The gestures and the images will be quite something, won't they, Joel, in the Sistine Chapel, I believe?
Yeah, they'll have a common prayer liturgy in the Sistine Chapel. So obviously the one of the most historic places in Rome and in the Vatican, the special place for the Pope to pray. So it'll be an intimate liturgy where they'll pray together, particularly for the care of creation. And of course, this is an issue that's dear to the heart of both the King and Pope Leo. Pope Leo carrying it on from Pope Francis, and recent popes. All recent popes have been very concerned about the environment and our care for our common home, the gift that we've been given by God of our world, and that we don't mess it up, and to seek forgiveness for where we have messed it up, and to reinvigorate our efforts to try to fix it and change our ways. So they'll be praying for all of that and God's help in all of that. And both King Charles and Pope Leo are really committed to that cause. So I think that's also going to be so important to see them praying together on that issue, and to put that before the world, that we need to really. For
those that might not be aware, the Pope Leo is also heading to the almost the centre, not far from the centre of what's been this terrible conflict. Just north of it, he's going to Lebanon at the end of next month to visit the Maronite Church, but also to be there in support of Lebanese people and solidarity for that region. So taking that message of peace and unity that we've been talking about almost to the epicenter of that terrible conflict of recent years.
And that's a central part of Pope Leo's papacy, that he wants to overcome polarizations and divisions. It's part of the reason why he took his name. And for his first words when he became Pope, "Peace be with you," quoting from Jesus's words at the resurrection. So that is a clear agenda that he has, and he wants to promote peace. And he's doing that here with King Charles, the two of them coming together in friendship, a real sign of peace.
And great to see such a, I mean, Pope Francis, much loved around the world, but the energetic Leo, he's at it and travelling around and taking his message too with him and that of the church. Good on you, Joel. Really good to see you and hear your insights into an historic occasion at the Vatican. Thanks, Joel.
Thank you.